No, my bad, fam. Nah, yo, my bad. I said it real quick. Now we edit that, man. Oh, let me
Don't worry about it.
introduce because I'm talking quick, man. You know what I mean? So it's OG Spig Nice LB fam.
No doubt.
Let's
All
get it.
day, every day.
Welcome
How you,
home,
dog?
family.
Thanks for having me. I'm home. I'm happy to be home, man.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, Spig, we come from a legendary group, Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Right. Now the foundation, you know what I mean? Shout out to Queens, shout out to everybody. I'm from Queens. I grew up on y'all. I respect y'all. I commend you. Now, how did you get your name DJ Spig Nice? For the people that don't know.
For the people that don't know. That started in high school.
Okay.
Well, really, I came from, I was down here in South Carolina.
Right.
I went back to New York. Basically, I went to John Adams High School. Now, the guys that was in the class, I was in the science class. And guys that was in the class were older than me. You know, they was older. They was, you know, we little teenagers. Them niggas like 20 years old already and shit.
Yeah,
so,
right.
It was some crazy shit. So the niggas was like always shooting on niggas. This is the time that your mama jokes and stuff like that came out.
Hell yeah.
So
Rapping mad jokes.
Them niggas used to, and they was bigger dudes than us and older and bigger dudes and shit. So they used to always crack jokes on niggas and shit. And I was like, you know, I just came back from down here. I'm a New Yorker. I just came back from down south, so they thought it was slick. So I still had my slick mind. I used to get at them just as well.
Right.
So they used to try to chase me. Now, we in a classroom. You know, the classroom ain't that big. So these three big niggas trying to chase me and shit. I got them bumping over seats and shit. So they was like, nah, he's speedy. But then I had, remember that back in the days, they had the member-only jackets. So
yeah, I remember.
I don't know if y'all know that. I don't know if y'all know them shows, Laverne and Shirley and Happy Days and all that shit.
Hell yeah, man.
So I had a members-only jacket that was like squiggies. You know what I'm saying? Squiggies, like, you know, that's Laverne and Shirley people and shit like that.
Right.
So they used to crack jokes on my jacket, like members-only jacket and all that shit, this and that and the third. My shit was real, though.
Yeah, them jackets was hard back in the days. London Falls, windbreakers, come on, Spig.
All that shit, yeah.
Word.
So they used to get at me and this and that third. So basically the name was a combination because they couldn't catch me as Spiggy and Squiggy and Squiggy.
Oh, that's hard right there.
Speedy and Squiggy. So they just put it together and called me Spiggy. You know what I'm saying? Spiggy, Squiggy, Spiggy. So they put that together and shit, and this and that. They started calling me that shit. And it just like stuck and shit like that because they was always after me every day. And then on top of that, they lived on a block, on a path that I go home. So I used to be like, fuck. So sometimes I mean, you know,
got to dip off a different direction. Yeah, fact.
Hell yeah, I go the opposite block, or I fuck with them and go down their block. But then one of my best friends hooked me up with them. Like they all lived on the block, and they was all actually they was all DJs and shit. But they just did different joints. One did calypso and Jamaican, one did hip hop, one did R&B. So I got to know them on a different level and shit. So we all was good. They always taught me all this type of shit. So that's 131. That's where I, you know.
Yo, that's what's up.
My DJ skills up and shit like that.
Now, was you using Techniques, 1200s, or what were you using?
At that time, what I think I had Gemini or some shit. I had some bullshit.
Oh shit.
Gemini or something like that. I did what I could do because I was new. I was new. I wasn't. I mean, my first experience on turntables. On some turntables back in the day when I lived in Brooklyn, East New York. You know what I'm saying? My man, the dude that really showed me first, you know, back when I was a young kid, he had some techniques, but I didn't know. I didn't remember that during this time. But when those guys showed me, it was techniques and stuff like that they had. Then I knew it was techniques, but I just was like, just give me some equipment. I didn't know it was that serious. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
So
now
I had got some later on.
Right. So now, you know, New York, especially Queens, we came from the block party eras. You know what I'm saying? And what was your memories of them days, and what inspired you to get into the music?
All right. My parents, actually, because my moms and them, like I said, my moms and pops, they they had music. I mean, they used to always have, like when I was living in Brooklyn, they used to have parties. And I used to might have to go to Queens. Like we used to, these buildings, terraces. They might have a party and shit like that every damn near weekend. Or sometimes, you know how your moms and them playing music and shit while they cleaning the house on Saturdays and shit like that. So the music that always was going on in this and that. Then one day I heard Curtis Blow as a nigga was riding by. You know what I'm saying? That was another that was a situation. That was like, what the fuck was that? Then you start hearing Melly Mel and them, Furious Five and all that shit, and Sugar Hill and different little shit. But then you had dudes that, like, I was in Brooklyn, but going to Queens, I seen more block parties. I was doing, like, I was to be my cousin and them from like Sufton and Linden, like right on the corner, 149 and Linden. So I used to always come to Southside when I was a young nigga. Even though when I first started, I lived in Corona and stuff like that. But I started coming over to Southside when I was young. But I always was intrigued with the music. Like I said, the music was in me. And then when I was younger than that, looking at Michael Jackson and all that other shit, you know what I'm saying? Looking at
Real talk.
American Bandstand and Soul Train and growing up off that, that's the music.
Hell yeah. Yo, man, so I miss them days,
always
bro.
Intrigued. Yeah, I love music. That music is in me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now,
eventually.
Now, Lost Boyz, right? The group itself, right? Now, it's crazy what I love back in the days because it seemed like everybody played their position with the music. You know what I'm saying? Like you were DJ, Freaky Ty, you know what I mean? Did the hype, beat, lyrics, Pretty Loop.
Yeah.
Right? How did y'all come together? You know what I mean? As a group.
Let me spark up for this one.
Yeah, spark up, man. Let's get it, man.
Let me spark up.
Queen!
Now, on the real, like, when I met Cheeks in them, in the cafeteria, like, niggas cut class and shit and be in the lunchroom trying to stay all periods in the lunchroom. So I met them niggas on some, they banging on the tables and doing this, sessions and shit like that. So I came through, beatbox, doing on a joint, because me and my man Eddie down here, Eddie Blandon, me and him used to always practice and shit like that. So then when I went back to New York, fucking with them, I'm banging on the table and, making beats and shit. And that correlated into niggas like the way I was doing it. I was doing my thing on the beatbox, making beats and shit on the table. And due to the fact that I was like I was coming up in the school rankings. Like, I was a young nigga driving. It wasn't niggas that was driving and shit. Then I was driving a Jeep. That niggas was like, whoa, what the fuck? That caught on. Niggas was like, all right, we hanging. And I brought the music situation, like I hollered at my mom, my parents and this and that. They got me that equipment. So I started telling Cheeks, come on, let's go downstairs and practice. So we started practicing. It was a cat that he could freestyle, but he wasn't like a writer. Cheeks was a writer and a freestyler.
Okay.
So basically it was me and Cheeks that was going through it, making mixtapes and, making tapes and shit, recording and shit like that, doing instrumentals. I get break beats and we practicing together. I mean, me and Cheeks it was me and Cheeks first, basically. As in, we trying to get a manager. We had a manager. We doing little shows and stuff like that. We doing a lot of shit. And then we brought along Talik. Talik was the cat that he was the Turk your mama jokes and shit like that. But he'll do it in a rhythm. And like he's rhyming. So I used to just be like, yo, come on in the basement sometime. Me and him come through the basement and me and him just practicing. But he freestyle so much he don't remember shit. So I had to at least teach him how to remember some of his rhymes like that, to put them on tape and stuff like that. So basically I helped teach the craft. They did both, you know what I'm saying? Even though Cheeks knew how to rhyme and he knew how to
put
freestyle.
The structure together.
Rap, and freestyle. Yeah. So due to the fact that I was doing this for so long and shit like that, watching and shit like that, I knew what I was doing. I could rhyme and I was rapping myself and shit like that. But I just played my part as a DJ. But
that's what's
other
up.
than that, I was just, keeping my crew together. And then we just formed a base. It's me, Lou, Cheeks, and Green Eyes. See, y'all don't even know Green Eyes. Green Eyes is the fifth member. He's like the black sheep.
Right.
Green Eyes rap and all that shit too. But he just was the light-skinned dude of us. You know what I'm saying? We all the same color, but he's just the light-skinned one of us. But we just all correlating, coming to the basement, rapping, putting it down. And
right. Fact. You made timeless music, man. I commend y'all. You made timeless music. Now, what's crazy, I'm going to go to the 90s. This was around 94, right? When I first heard of Lost Boyz, right? Illegal drug money. You know what I mean? It was some LB dude from school, you know what I mean? And he put it in my car, and I was like, yo, it was on tape before it even came out. And I was like, damn, yo, this is some heat right here. You know what I mean? It's some real live shit, man, that, you know what I mean, we grew up in, especially Queens and, New York. You know what I mean?
You talking about the red tape? You talking about the red tape?
Yes, sir. Yo, fam. I heard illegal drug money on tape at first. Like, yo, this dude.
You heard a couple of songs. Yeah, you heard a couple of songs.
Yeah, I heard some joints, right?
Drug money. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
And we had, we actually had Clue did the mix. Like, we brought Clue into the joint to do the mix and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But we recorded a couple of songs and just put this on. And, legal drug money was in the kitchen.
Exactly. Like, yo, what's crazy is, right, like my son, right? Yo, his favorite song was Music Make Me High, man.
Okay.
Word up. Real talk. You know what I mean?
And see, the thing behind that is, like, that correlates with titles.
Right.
The title is Legal Drug Money. And it's like, drugs, like music is a drug. Music can change your emotions. It can change a lot of stuff in your life or somebody else's, whatever. And music makes me high. When you got music, that's the same effect. Yeah, it's the same effect. You know what I'm saying? Music could make you do whatever. So that's why music make me high is a key part of legal drug money. It's like we selling money, we selling legal drugs. Like music is a drug, and we selling drugs. So
real talk.
That's how you got legal drug money. But music make me high is a correlation of that, saying basically music makes me high. Music controls my emotions, my feelings. Sometimes
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, we got a little noise in the background. We got my man Styles on the phone. Stay.
Sit, Al. LB.
Yo, what up, Biggie? What's good, fella?
Chilling, fan. How you? Long time.
We go back like 4 flats on a Cadillac.
Exactly.
You did?
Real talk.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now,
Styles, Lollapalooza days, man.
That's right, 1997.
Word. Speaking of that, talk about that tour. Speak of that. Talk on it.
Oh man.
Yeah. Let's go.
You don't want to know. I mean, Lollapalooza. If you don't go on Lollapalooza was a tour for established bands, basically. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have the first stage, like the big stage, like that stage, but we had the second stage, and we toured the second stage. Lollapalooza is like an open field, like they did Woodstock back in the days. It's just like outdoors, amphitheaters and stuff like that. So you're going to see tour buses lined up. You're going to see people as far as you can see. Most of them white, but they like hippies or some shit like that. But everybody's out there having fun. Everybody has fun. Hell yeah. You're smoking weed.
Hey, yo, listen.
Mushrooms. What the fuck? I wasn't with
real talk. Now, who y'all was on tour with?
Tables?
Huh?
Who y'all was on tour with? Yeah.
There was a plethora of bands, right? We had Corn. Corn was a group that was just coming up at the time, and they rocketed it. But now I don't know what happened to it. But that's just one of the groups that we was there all the time. Our bus was parked next to their bus a lot and stuff like that. But then we met my roommate at the time, Fuquan.
Shout out to Fuquan.
He's Jamaican. He's from around the way. He actually bumped. He was watching the Marleys. He's Jamaican. He went to go see the Marley show while we was bullshitting, running around, selling shirts and tapes and all that stuff.
And merch,
doing what we do. He went and introduced himself and then brought
to
us
the Marleys.
That
was a dope collab too.
What?
That was Julian and
David.
Julian,
those are our brothers today. Yeah, those and all that. So we was tight like that, but then we was always trying to holler at Snoop. We ain't know the Marleys, Bob Marley kids. We was like, okay. But we was trying to holler at Snoop, and Snoop was always getting he got a bulletproof van and shit at the time, so he was always pop up to his joint and take off and shit like that after the show.
Nah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
We never could catch up with Snoop, but then one day, the Buddha gods, how you say the Buddha gods back in the day, they blessed us and put us all together.
Trade bag.
On the Marley bus. Now you couldn't get no higher than that. You talking about the Lost Boys, Bob Marley's kids, and Snoop. Imagine what that bus was.
I can imagine that safer.
That was motherfucking like you was. I don't even know. You couldn't even see your hand in front of you. That's how much smoke it was, and this is all smoke. You couldn't even see your hand. I came up stumbling off the bus, ready to Earl. Because I ain't had nothing but air smoke in my motherfucking system. Like, fuck y'all.
That's real talk.
I'll never do this again.
Hey, yo, Spig.
Smoke on a deck with the door open.
Spig, you can hear me?
Spig. Yo, you remember back in the days, man, with the shotgun? Be burning it down, the shotgun, all of that shit, man.
All that shit, man.
Yeah, Finn.
Hear me out. We was running with Selassie, right? Selassie carved out.
Wow, rest in peace.
Carved out the carrot, a big carrot. Spig, tell him what that carrot would do.
Damn,
nigga, that carrot get you.
Yo, this is real.
Finished. We talking about we smoking out of real fruit. We he making bongs out of real fruit and shit like that.
That's the realest thing I ever heard, man, in a minute, Tim. Out of fruit.
And when I tell you they would pack it, and mind you,
that's crazy.
I didn't smoke. I was never a smoker.
Right.
But he was smoked out. Got it smoked out.
Word, man. That secondhand smoke.
Yo, and that reminded me of the Apollo.
Yeah. That was like chocolate tile days and all that, man. You know what I mean? They got all that extraterrestrial weed strains right now. Damn.
Hell yeah, I'm scared of this shit.
Yeah, I'm scared too.
I'm scared.
Laza, Taza, and
I got all this type of thing. I was in jail like this. What? I'm not smoking that. I don't give a fuck how much you get.
Yeah, word.
But I did.
Exactly. Real talk. Now, love, peace, and nappiness, man. Man. Y'all put out some epic albums.
Yeah, that was a love, peace, and nappiness joint, man. I mean, we did the video in Jamaica, you know what I'm saying, with Selassie.
Yeah, facts.
And over around this town and stuff like that. We went to Ocho Rios. We, the Dunn River Falls and all that stuff. We shooting a lot of good spots and stuff. We didn't get to go to Kingston because the people that was with us was like, no. But
yeah, you know how it is in yours. Yeah,
at that time, back then, they was like, no, you will not go to Kingston. That's too far, and we got no people. So we was like, all right. They were scared. Basically, they were scared.
Yeah, facts.
But we was at the Marcus Garvey Market Street and all that stuff, and we had drama there too.
That's what's up, man.
Them people was like, listen. Coming over here making no money and we ain't getting no money, shooting videos and we ain't getting no money and this and that with a machete. Old lady about 80 years old. Had a big machete.
That's real.
She was like, she was talking to the white guy. So basically we was like, listen, we gonna go in this bus and y'all pay them people and we'll be back when y'all come and get us. After you pay them people. And we came back, it was all happy and shit like that. That was fun. Love Piece and Happiness had a lot of hit joints on it, stuff like that. It didn't get enough airplay, but we got some good songs off it.
Right.
Big, I got a question for you, though. I got a question for you.
Rest in peace.
Right?
What's up?
Yeah, definitely shout out to Salafi. But Big, I got a question for you because I wasn't around for that aspect of certain things. You know me, I was always in the cut or whatever the case may be. But when you had to deal with going to California, because I keep hearing that when you go to the West Coast, there's certain taxes you got to respect. Did y'all ever encounter anything like that?
Hell no. Listen, we was going to Cali. We was going to Cali. You know what I'm saying? We always jetting.
Right.
And the funny thing is that, rest in peace to Big and us, when everybody was saying that East Coast West talking about, nah, don't go. They wilding over there. They bugging. And we was like, we just came from there. What are you talking about? Nah, don't go. We everywhere they supposed to be. Slauson and all that other shit. We trying to see Boys in the Hood type videos, footage and shit like that. Not being in it, but seeing it. But we was out there like, yo, what the fuck niggas is talking about? It's all love. And then during that beef and shit, we bumping, corrupting them at an airport in Texas.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And so we did that. We bumping them. That's how we got to make Music Made Me High remix in Cali at night. At night, to do the sneaker Nike. We was at Nike's house doing the video with us, Cannabis, Dog Pound. Yeah, we was out there. What's that dude, fat dude that's from Lean On Me? The nigga that's crying.
Oh, I forgot his
what's his name.
That had the flat top, right?
The fat one.
Crack,
what's his name? You smoke crack, don't you? Yeah, that nigga. Yeah, that's the dude.
Juice.
Steel. Whatever
don't
his
give me
name
the line.
Steel. Yeah, he was there. All of us was there. We had a ball out
about some history.
Yeah,
I forgot all about that.
Chilling. We at Nike's house. Come on, man. We had a ball. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, I mean, we always
person I got to shout out. J Raff. I love myself some J Raff.
That's the staff. He's down out there in Georgia. He's still
coolest dude you would ever meet in your
today.
Right.
Yeah, that's our role. That's our role.
That's my dude.
That's our cousin.
That's dope right there because look, the history is crazy. You know what I mean? Because it's like from illegal drug money, right, and then Music Makes Me High, and then what you call Love, Peace, and Nastiness. It's like the trilogy just kept growing and growing and growing.
Wait,
and plus it were worldly.
Music Made Me High, but Music Made Me High. That's a song off the album. But
oh yeah, I know, fam, I know.
But Music Made Me High remix basically was that was that shit. You know what I'm saying? That was that shit. So
right,
we had good fun. We had good fun on that joint. And,
real talk.
I mean, Love, Peace, and Happiness. Like I said, it could have been more songs that I've done.
Right.
Because that's what we expected. Because, listen, on our first album, we had more songs than anybody that could put out a first album. I mean, we got albums, we got songs and videos that was out. You only could get two videos at that time. You only could get 2 videos out of an album. We got 7 videos out of 1 album. And songs that played on the radio. Songs and video that played on the radio. We set records back in the days that we didn't even consider. We were just having fun doing our music.
Exactly.
So putting history and shit. Niggas want to really go back. Check that out. I saw videos when it was at a time that they was like, nah, we can't do that. There's no money in the budget. And we broke our budget. We blew our budget right up. We doubled, tripled our budget. What the fuck you talking about a budget? Nigga, get these videos on. Universal started pushing, and they was doing it. They was doing their thing because they were seeing it. I mean, not Universal, Uptown, they was like seeing that shit, and we was just making it happen more or less, you know. Rest in peace to RJ Harrell, but he didn't actually know how to really budget us. He didn't know how to really do us because he was dealing with R&B acts, Jonas C. Mary, stuff like that. Even though he had Heavy D, he was still putting Heavy D to the side as a R&B, even Father MC.
Right.
So it was like the rappers who didn't really know how to package, especially a group now. You had individuals as a soloist, even though it's Heavy D and the boys. You got Heavy D that's supposed to be the main person, a soloist.
Right.
You had Paul MC, a soloist. Now you coming with a group. Now the group is different. So
real talk.
You can't budget it like that. So he was like kind of confused because we didn't come just like we just here to rap. We came here with ideas of we need marketing. We want to put our own clothing, cigars and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We came with
real talk. All
more
the merch
solutions. More merches and all that other shit that niggas is doing now or have been doing doing.
Did it.
Yeah, we been came up with that. You gotta remember, we came up with that in the 90s. During the time that niggas was talking about caulk knives and cross colors and all that stuff. We was wearing that, but then we just like, we could do that shit. And we had other people that was coming to us with different ideas, stashes for the weed and shit like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Stash pockets for the weed. Niggas, you know, and shit like that, man. So,
real talk,
but he didn't know exactly.
And yo, this is epic right here, man. This interview, legendary.
Shit.
Now, what's crazy?
Shit.
What's crazy is right. It was the mixtape days. It was all of that, man. So speak on that. You know what I mean? Now, what was the best session you had as far as recording that to your recollection that you love?
For what? The album or just
for an album? Yeah, album.
For
mixtape.
our album, I mean, we had fun on a lot of our songs, but I mean, I won't forget the first song we did. The first song we did when we went to D&D was The Game. The Game was really, see, a lot of these songs is more or less actual facts of what we actually did. Cheeks is a great storyteller. He can sit there, you know, back in the days, a lot of stuff, I ain't going to say I was a key part of a lot of stuff, but I was helping him write stuff. But I was doing a lot of moving around. Not just saying that he wasn't moving or we wasn't moving, stuff like that. But that the game, that was like a trip for us going down south, going to Virginia. You know what I'm saying? Going to Virginia one time. And he just reenacted that whole thing of us going to Virginia. But there's a lot of songs and stuff like that. That's just like, I mean, most of them, all of them are actual facts of some sort of us moving around and stuff like that. And basically, I was a driver.
Right.
Everything I did was drivable. Every place. I ain't never been out without a car since I came since 84, 85. I have never been without a car besides going to jail.
Right.
And then I got a golf cart to jail. What the fuck are you talking about?
Word, man.
So what you talking? I still was getting my drive on. But
real talk.
Still at all, we drove around. We got out. And like I said, the game was the most memorable. But we had a lot of fun doing all them songs and stuff like that. I can't remember because it'd be so high. You remember Crazy Horse, Old English,
Yo, 40, St. Eyes. Yo, the good days,
like
the Deuce juices, you know what I mean?
Yeah, all that shit.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Word, man.
I can't remember all that. I can't remember all that shit. I wish they had these phones or shit like that back then, or we had somebody that was actually taping. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you'll see how much fun we had, how much memories we done lost. I can't remember none of that shit.
Now,
hey, yo, you don't remember going to Chicago? You don't remember Crucial Conflict?
Oh, went on the bus, That's when we jumped off Van Dam's mom at the rest in peace Van Dam. His mom's Liza Minnelli and all that shit.
Liza Minnelli.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Liza Minnelli.
Was out there. Yeah, that was Van Dam's mom, bro.
Yeah, Van Dam's mom. She's an actress. She gets down. She was getting down. And we was beating
one more
people.
Thing. We got to definitely shout out J-Ball.
Definitely
got to shout out
J-Ball.
The General, he got his own spices out. Lost Boyz is doing their thing still to today.
Yeah,
right.
J-Ball's son, he's about to be in Buffalo. He's a prospect. He's number 3?
Yo, that's what's up.
He got all sports and shit like that. That's
real talk.
LB's is still popping.
Devin right there, boy.
Freaky Kai. Shout out to Freaky Kai. He doing his thing with the music.
Hell yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah.
You still here?
It ain't. We still here. 2022, Spig. We still here.
Real
we
talk.
Gonna do it better in 22. Don't worry about that new album. You got those albums, right? But we got new albums coming out.
And we definitely gonna play it on the show.
Sheeks is probably in San Fran right now, making it happen.
Right.
But we about to do some things. We put a couple of songs down so far. When he get back, I gotta go out. I gotta go to Vegas next week. So we'll be by the end of the month. We're gonna have some more songs and stuff like that. We already got a couple of songs. Universal's about to release one of the songs this month.
Right.
Yeah, this month, June. So we about to still put some more albums, some more songs and stuff, some new shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's good. I mean, we be back on the joint. We gonna have a party popping. I mean, in our style, not in this new style. We want this new style to take a look, take a trip into my set.
Yo, Spig,
you know what I'm saying?
How you feel about this music now? Like, far as the climate of music, I want to ask you this. This is two questions. The climate of the music right now and how the DJs are represented. You know what I mean? Because remember, everybody used to play their position, but now the DJs want to be, you know what I mean, a superstar or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? How do you feel about these situations?
All right, the music, you got good, like all eras of music. You're going to have good music. You're going to have good artists. You're going to have some crappy artists. You're going to have different type of artists. So you're going to listen to who you want to listen to. I mean, even though it's more or less back in the days, you could pay. They saying payola. You could pay the DJ, or if you got somebody or whatever on a radio station to get some music played or whatever, this, that, and third. Or you could pay the DJ at the club. He could play your music and stuff like that. Maybe it's still going on. I don't know. But still, that was. I mean, the music is going to be the music. It's going to evolve. You know, music is music. It doesn't evolve so much. That is, a lot of times I don't like what the fuck's going on because
me either.
Sometimes it's just before, just not like years ago, a couple of years ago. It was just you got a beat, you got a good beat, you ain't even got to say nothing, and you was popping. But now these niggas got different beats or whatever, and they mumbling and fumbling, and they ain't saying nothing. Really ain't saying nothing.
That's a fact.
So it depends. It see how it graduated from you could have just a hot song and a good dance to motherfucking you popping. Now you just be mumbling on that hot that song, that beat and all that shit and a little dance, no dancing. But you know, but that's just one aspect. You know, I'm just trying to get back. But these niggas is they doing their thing. They making more money. I can say they making more money than we did, but that's just the era of the money, the money situation of how the money is. Because in our time, in the 90s, 25 grand, that was big money. That's top dog dollar.
Yeah,
but now they ain't talking about 20,000. You were talking about 60,000. You ain't got a song on the radio. You want $60,000? What? Fuck out of here. That's how they get paid like that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's a fact.
Our 20,000 was a lot of money. Back in the days, but
it was like 50,000.
Listen, back in the days when I hollered at L and them, they was getting $5. That's top dollar. So you got to know the eras, the 80s, the 90s. You got to know the eras of the music, the money. It's all the same, even though it's done differently now. But the value of money back in the days was different. That's like when I used to go to school way back in the days. With $1, nigga, I could buy so much.
You have 4 bags of chips.
Hell yeah.
Quarter water. And some
100 big bowls. The gum.
But now,
damn,
you use
$1,
you
taking it back.
Niggas gonna be like, you $1 plus, and they ain't nothing for $1.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Dollar store $1.25 now. Shit spooky.
Yeah, it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? So the money value has changed. So you can say, they getting money, but we got money just like everybody else got money in their time. But they
I was just watching an interview where Meth was asking everybody. He was like, "Yo, how y'all flying private jets as rappers?
Word.
If anybody should be owed that should be us." Meth was on a live interview asking that, like, "Yo, like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all flying private jets?" He said, "That's 10 stacks a time to get on a private jet, and that's the bare minimum." That makes sense. Like,
and that's a fact.
There's a lot that's going on with that. I mean, it's times have changed. But then on top of that, what was your second question was about?
My second question was about DJing. Like, say for instance, the DJ aspect now. Now, back in the days, you know, it was like, you know, the movement of ceremony, the DJ, and then, you know, the MC. But now it's like the DJ is taking the precedence, you know, over everything now, as far as, you know, shows and all of that stuff, and, you know, not playing a position.
Nah, but you got to remember, this is how it started. You have the DJ as the first person. When a nigga bring out his equipment, who that bringing out their equipment? That ain't the MC bringing out the equipment.
Yeah,
the DJ bringing out his equipment. And who keeps the party going? This is old DJ. The DJ is the one that controls the crowd back and forth. He might invite somebody that's a rap or whatever. Here, say something to the crowd. Oh, you say that rhyme. You know what I'm saying? Say that rhyme. He might take the mic and shout out to the people, bring the stage. You know how you take the mic and to the crowd and shit like that. But the DJ is the most important person. Not the MC. That was it. That was how it goes. The DJ is the one of the president. I'm letting you hold my microphone. It's my shit. I'm letting you hold my shit to get down, to say what's up. I'm giving you a chance. Now it came to the MC takes over the whole show.
It switched around. That's what it is.
Yeah. Now you listen. Now the DJ ain't got a job because now they got the DAC, all the other shit. The disc, it went from the DAC, the disc. What's the shit? The SDs now. You know what I'm saying?
All that new technology.
All that new Serato. Word, man. Bring it back to the crate, man. The 12-inch.
So now the DJ, I'm proud if the DJ can get all this, can take control. Because now the DJ is kind of back in control. Because everybody that's so-called a DJ is a producer. He's the one that
transition. You right, man. You right.
So he's supposed to be getting back. It's back in the loop. The DJ is somebody that's supposed to control the show. You know what I'm saying? He just, you was a borrower, but now you took control. Now you got your back big. Now you talking shit about the DJ. I don't need no DJ. Just put this shit in. But now the DJ is the nigga that you got to come to make some music.
That's right. Full circle. Came back full circle.
On the radio and all that, everything. So
that's a fact.
I applaud the DJs that gotta get that motherfucking this shit back. They may not even know that they doing it, but as long as they doing it, they doing it.
Exactly.
Playing them shows, you making these beats and stuff like that. You gotta learn a little bit of scratching, maybe somehow. Blending music or something like that. It's all music. That's all DJ stuff.
Yo, Styles.
Yo,
you remember, man? Yo, let's take it back to Greek Fest, man. Yo.
Oh, don't do that.
You want to go to Jones Beach? Where you want to go?
Look. Yo, first of all, this is an ill memory for me, man. When y'all was promoting Love, Peace, and Nastiness, right? Rest in peace to Ty, man. Ty was a real dude, you know what I mean? So we was doing the Southern State Parkway. Yo, it was mad love, man. Like, yo.
Yeah.
I miss them days, bro.
Yes,
sir.
I miss them days, man.
Going to Jones Beach. Anything we had to do in New York.
Right.
Or at least the tri-state.
Always love.
It was going to be hectic with us. Because that means niggas is going to be deep. And deep. You talking about 20, 30 cars. You don't know how deep they're going to be, but they like 20 cars and better. We always had it. Any car we had.
Remember flying to the FDR? Down the FDR to, what was that? The tunnel. Oh, my God.
Oh man, talk on the tunnel, man. Let's go.
Yo, we used to go 100 cars deep.
That shit was extraordinary. But then on top of that, I used to fall asleep because these niggas want to give me more. I fall asleep in the tunnel twice in my life. You know, that's one of the most dangerous motherfucking clubs.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God. Dog, you talking about, I don't mix champagne and liquor.
Nah, you can't. Can't, man. And that was Moet days.
I said, fuck it. Listen, I was going to drink champagne. Fuck it. Drunk champagne, I'm straight. He said, yo, I'm going to buy him a drink. What you drinking? I said, I drink Henny. Nigga gave me, I just took a sip of Henny. And I was out cold. I ain't even drinking Henny. I
man.
I can't mix liquors and shit like that.
Yeah, I can't either, bro.
I did the opposite. I drunk Henny and took a sip of champagne. Out cold.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was good and shit like that. You know, niggas watching, but man, remember driving home. That's how I got home. I still drove home.
Yo, you know what's crazy? Back in the days, man, it was like so much love, man. Even though, you know, dudes used to scrap, whatever the case may be. But times has changed, man. Like, you could party, man. Like, how you feel about these days? You know what I mean? You can't even have a block party, nothing, like, without
nothing
lit up.
going on. It's because
it's spooky out here.
Elements that came. I mean, boys are going to be boys. As they say, boys will be boys. But
Real talk.
It's sometimes then you got the men separating the boys, separating the men, and, you know, the boys separating. Somehow the shit got stuck going back and forth. Because everybody's acting like boys. They don't want to play no more. These niggas come off the stoop. I can understand you got out the walker, you walking by yourself, you start to running and this, that, and the third, jogging, falling. Now you running, and you only came from the crib to jumping off the stoop, and you went to some other shit. Entities. Not saying anything wrong with the gang, but it is wrong because we don't come from that culture. New Yorkers. So when that shit is in New Yorkers, and they think they're bad, this, that, and the third, because they got homies, I guess you would call them, that's supposed to be watching their backs and shit like that. You know how it is. You got more niggas, the better you get. But sometimes these niggas but that's us back in the day. We fighting. I mean, we've been through shootouts and shit. We've been through major shootouts and shit in Queens. But niggas is fighting.
Yeah, real talk. That's what we grew up on. Scrapping with different hoods and all that. That's how Queen's structure was.
Regardless if niggas had guns or not, niggas is fighting. If
talk.
Somebody else shoots, it'll be more likely somebody that's not from Queens.
From the area.
Shit like that. Because niggas back in the days, even Brooklyn, niggas was fighting. I seen a lot of fights. I seen many fights in my life.
Your knuckle game had to be real.
How many times you ask these young niggas right now? These niggas is 20, 30s, early 30s, whatever. How many fights?
They gonna say I'm not doing that.
Word. They probably had like 1.5 fights.
Not how many they could be in or was in. How many fights they seen? Real knuckle shit. These niggas ain't seen no fight.
Seen none.
These niggas like, oh shit, they jumping out the motherfucking joint with a gun and let
real talk. Yo, and you know what's crazy? Yo, the crazy thing about it, dudes used to have beef, school, all of that, and then become mad cool after that. Fight 3 times, and it'd be over.
And that's that.
Now it was like, what the?
Now it was like one shot deal, for real.
Word. That shit corny.
You got a chance. Your chance is you shoot him before he shoots you.
Exactly.
Pretty much. Back in our day, you jump out the car and you might jump out and niggas just start squabbing.
Yeah.
If sometimes it got a little longer, nigga might start shooting. You get you off them. But other than that, there ain't too many. I'd say it was a couple of shootouts and this and that and the third. But that was because of another entity. That somebody else would come in. But now, like I said, with the gangs just sitting infested in this culture, a lot of shit has done changed. You can't even get a fair one. You can't get a fair one. Man. Nowhere you could get a fair one. All of a sudden, if you fight, I remember dudes used to say that shit. If you fight, I'm fighting. If you fight, I'm jumping in. Ain't gonna be no one-on-one. There'd be those here and there, but those was fighting. That nigga ain't say I'm jumping in there and shoot you. I'm gonna shoot that nigga.
Come shooting. That's a fact.
Yeah, real talk, man.
Nigga used to jump on you. They jump on you. I got jumped. At least he could talk about it.
Word.
These niggas ain't getting. They can't afford a jump. They jump on it. They might fuck around and shoot niggas.
Yo, it's real. It's real. Now, Spig, I want to ask you this question. The fashion from back in the days, right? Opposed to these days. How do you feel about it? Like the transition, you know what I mean? Because, yo, we used to get dipped, you know what I mean? 10 boots.
Listen.
Beef for broccoli. Talk with it.
I can understand some things. Because I came from an era, Lee jeans, you had slim fits and shit like that. Stuff like that.
Snatching patches.
With the all that. Kangos and shit, all that. Now, you come from a fashion state, but you gotta understand, those are straight-legged, straight men, this, that, and the third. You feel me? Now, the only person you've seen with a skirt on is Roddy Piper and wrestling.
We ain't jacking that.
Wrestling.
Listen.
Word, man. That's this Kiwi juice shit out here.
Check it out. You talking about niggas wearing skirts. See, basically, I was told before in jail, and I was listening to old head.
Right.
He was telling me, listen, to win, you got to wear that skirt. He said he was going from another aspect, as in movie stars and stuff like that. All the major movie stars at one time wore skirts. They wore female. They did some female, cross-dressing, basically. All the guys that's wearing these shit now in the rap thing.
Yeah, it's smoky out here.
All of them winning.
You heard
everybody's more stressed.
But yo, Spig, I mean, look, we masculine. You feel what I'm saying? All this effeminate stuff going on. I'm not feeling that, man. Like, is a particular artist we know who I'm talking about? Nah, man.
They're weirdos. I mean,
weirdos, extraterrestrial space cadets.
But you can say it a different way, because some of those guys might not have they have mother traits because who they was raised around. Through a mother.
That's a fact.
That is a fact.
They might learn feminine ways.
Feminine traits. Exactly. I agree with that.
But look,
sometimes there are then there's just the chromosomes that might be a little mixed up, because Allah allowed it somehow. Blinked.
But what does that? Yo, this is what I'm trying to interject, right? But that doesn't have nothing to do with rap music. Like, remember, rap was competitive, right?
Right.
Masculine. And then that energy comes into the fold? Nah.
You had some
do that over there.
Evolution, though, bro.
Nah.
I look at it like this.
I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying, because I already called it. I said it's going to be basically a fag or whatever you want to.
Right.
That was going to be that was going to become famous. Even plenty tried. Remember Pudgy the Fat Bastard in the night, man? You had different dudes. They tried, but now it's more open. Because back in the day, being gay was tight.
You had to keep that. Nah.
Hidden. Listen like this. It was like, y'all niggas ain't coming in here. Or,
hell no.
I don't know where them niggas at. I don't know where them niggas be. It's like, it was like hidden. But now it's more out. Now you got everything. Now in the Congress, you got all this stuff. It's all the way out. So now you got protection, because niggas used to beat niggas up back in the day.
Facts.
If you even front, your family members and all.
Yeah, real talk. But what I'm saying is, right, why is it when it comes to our culture, right, it's like we got to ride with that wave. You understand what I'm saying? Like, nah, man.
Wait, whoa. But like he said earlier, think about it. All of the artists inside of movies had to play a specific role. Why do you think that they had to play that role in order to become to this level? Somebody in control wants that.
Yeah, we know who's in control, man. It's the small hat.
There you have it. There you have it. So it's not like it's uncommon, because you can't say certain things like a word. If just God forgive me for saying this, but the word faggot, right? You can say that jokingly.
Yeah.
It becomes something way bigger. Now it's on a level of damn near hate crime. But it was just a joke. When we grew up, it was just a joke.
It was a joke.
We didn't mean it like we hate you.
It was a joke.
Yeah.
See, but then it was times that it wasn't a joke. If you said the
word, right.
You know how you say it. or the person you say
it still wasn't on the level of a hate crime.
Yeah, real joke. But what I'm saying,
that's a fact.
Yo, that's a fact. But what I'm saying is, it's just like Styles said with the movie thing, right? It's like, get a woman to play the role, man. Like, I don't understand. Like, what we doing it for the check now? Come on, fam.
Yeah.
I got integrity, my nigga. I don't give a damn about none of that, man.
That's how they play. That's how they was playing.
It's spooky, man. It's spooky. Like, prime example, I ain't even gonna give the dude shine, but you know what I mean? The Kiwi Juice rapper that was humping the devil, man. That imagery. I'm not feeling none of that, man. Like, get out of here.
What the hell are you talking about?
Nah, no, thing. It goes down. Trust me.
Yeah, like, bro, but yeah, yo, man, we gonna move on. Like, we gonna move on, man.
Yeah, we definitely
because it's just like, you know, I keep my show authentic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's more like, you know, with the music, our culture is like everybody gotta assimilate themselves to us. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I feel like most artists, like we can even talk about white artists. Like my show was real. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like y'all had to put in more work than them. You understand what I'm saying? And I want you to get your flowers, your accolades. That's what it's about.
The work we put in is it took us 10 years from the time I came from South Carolina to the time we signed the deal and was ready. 10 years from like 85 to 95.
Right.
Or if you want to say 86 to 96, but it was 85 to 95. Basically, 10 years doing a bid. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff in there. If you listen to the intro of Legal Drug Money, it's deeper than what you really thought.
That's a fact.
10 years doing a bid. That's how long niggas was getting time for 10 years and shit like that. But it took us 10 years. Like, we was doing a bid. We was stuck trying to get a deal. It took us 10 years to get that joint. Now niggas would do that shit in
a week.
47 minutes.
Word.
Yeah.
Same niggas get famous in like 47, 50 minutes. 10 minutes.
Exactly.
Some niggas get that shit 10 in views.
That's a fact.
So
now what's crazy?
And they're reaching more people. We reach people handshaking.
Organically.
Right. Being there. We ain't just doing
networking.
We doing a little shows for the low people and doing shows for the big people. So we there. You got it, we there. You know what I'm saying? These niggas is just in the house, in the living room, in the chair, in the mama's room, whatever it's called.
Word.
Now, that's real talk, though.
That's real talk.
So, you know what I'm saying? The eras is like crazy different. We put that work, in. We fought. These niggas ain't fighting. They pressing the button.
Butter production.
Now, what's crazy, right? Like with Lost Boy music, like a lot of artists would use the music or remix it in this time. How do you feel about those situations?
Say it again.
No, I said a lot of artists would like use your songs, right, from back in the days, right, and like flip it. How do you feel about those situations? You know what I mean?
I guess accolades and shit like that, silent accolades. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. Let the people, however you can still promote our music, like listen to my music, however you like to listen to it. That gets you high. Smoke on, listen on.
Hello.
Now,
our music's gonna be timeless. And you always got music, and that music right there is, you know what I'm saying? It's timeless. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, classics and all that stuff. Like you said, when we get flowers, whatever. As long as we know that music is still a part of our lives is on that joint. Our trips is on that joint. Our family, our legacy is there. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk. Now, how did you feel when they did documentaries like VH1? Do you think they put you on the right light? How do you feel about that situation?
I mean, I ain't like it.
Okay, talk on it.
I told them all. I was like, nah. I risked me personally, I ain't see what they was. I mean, if you ain't saying me, me, in your sentences, you lying.
That's real.
So, for them to even the guy that telephoned me, because I already know that the nigga was coming at me from a lot of questions and stuff like that. Ask Big. Now, the man asked me all these questions. I got about 13 seconds worth of talking. And I done spent an hour and change ducking the police.
I ain't feeling that.
In jail.
I know, right? They want to highlight that aspect, man.
And I'm over here risking my motherfucking life.
Word.
To go to shoe. For my freedom to go to the shoe. And you talking about like 13 seconds? You ain't give me some words. I ain't even say nothing.
Exactly.
I was mad at that shit too, but all these joints, I'm like, man, these niggas got a bunch of stories that ain't fact.
True. Right.
So I'm like, I want to do it all over again.
Yeah, man, we need to do that, man. That would be hard.
I talk to Cheeks and Lou. I talk to everybody. I let the niggas know, like, that shit was trash. My man shit, that shit was trash.
Right.
That TV One shit, if it wasn't for my little man that put me on, that put us on, if he thought of me and he was like, yo, I'm working here, so let me do this. I was like, let him know. That shit was trash. And tell a nigga that did that shit, he trash.
Facts.
But I let him know that.
Queen.
Y'all talking, I don't know who y'all talking about.
You heard me?
Why y'all saying this? But some dudes happy to have a camera in their face and shit like that. I'll let niggas know.
Nah.
I mean, this is my crew.
Real talk.
Before you get it, anybody get it twisted. This is my crew. I put this together. And if you ain't saying nothing about me, you lying.
Word.
For my crew, I help my crew in every situation, every way, since we met each other. My crew, I don't know about everybody else, but us five, I ain't saying 4, us 5, that should shed these bloods and tears and all the above and below. Y'all know who the fuck I am. That's what everybody else.
But Finn, but why do they do that? Like, you understand? Like, if I was gonna do a documentary, right? I gotta get the authenticity, man. Like, I gotta get it from the perspective from you. It should be all from you. It should be no input from other people, other subsidiaries that wasn't in the movement. You understand what I'm saying? Like, people always interjecting their little things and little snippets and little. Come on, man. You know?
Listen. All I can say is you'll see a real one. And I got more than just a documentary. When I'm talking about, I want movies.
That's what I want to see.
I know our shit is just as interesting as that. Imagine.
Right.
I'm telling you, I could do 2. I could give you the Big Nice Lost Boys version.
Right.
I could give you that other dude, Ron.
Yeah, we need to do that, man. I want to see that.
I could give you that Ronald Blackwell bass. That Ronald story that's different than the Lost Boys story. The Lost Boys
Talk about it.
I'm in another path. So imagine, I got 2 paths.
Right.
You heard me?
Real talk, man. Yeah. Word, man. We rocking out with OGspiggnicelbfam.
I got 2 stories. I mean, we all got stories, but you heard about my story.
Some noise in the background. The noise.
Oh, Oh, I'm sorry. I'm over here cooking, bro.
Yeah. Nah, it's hood, but yeah, we gotta hear that clarity, man. It's
like
all good.
You can hear my story. I mean, you can hear my story when you listen to the album.
Real talk.
We don't hang around a bunch of different people. We wasn't doing that. So where all this come from, nigga? I'm the nigga that's driving. Remember, I'm the nigga that got us to the studios back and forth. I did a crazy. I put this shit together. I did a whole lot. So
right.
when niggas don't know, such and such, but behind the scenes, niggas know. My niggas know. So when other niggas talk and shit like that, and just putting one and one together because they heard something but don't know exactly who it is, it just be like, you faking.
Yeah, real talk.
You lying. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times niggas just be happy they got a camera in front of them.
Right.
Not knowing the significance of what's being behind that camera, what you saying behind that camera. You can talk on some things, but you can't talk about everything if you're not there, or wasn't, or whatever this that. You only can talk what you want, but other than that, you lying. You hear saying shit like that. So
that's
you don't know if hearsay is fact or nothing. So a lot of times.
So yeah. So let's go to Lost Boyz for Life album. Now,
yeah, I mean
that album was epic.
Cheeks with the afro.
Right? Yeah. Let's get to that.
I mean, that was a cool album. It had good songs. The guy had good songs, but it wasn't the Lost Boyz feel. It wasn't us. You know what I'm saying? So that was like after Top passed.
Right.
It was like some he was there that we had recorded, but then he was gone. You know what I'm saying? So
rest in peace.
Rest in peace. And we just said, I mean, we just got a couple of guys and stuff like that. At the time, I wasn't even feel like rhyming and shit. But that's why you don't really hear nothing with me. You don't hear nothing with me on the joint. Besides a couple of songs and some shit like that. He did want to plug me in or whatever. But we was just we wasn't all the way there. We just trying to get the album out for Universal at that time. Trying to get them something. Because they was on our niggas' neck. We did a couple of songs, dedications and everything else.
Now,
it got good songs, I ain't gonna lie. You got good songs.
Yeah, it got some bangers on there, you know what I mean? Take a Hike.
It got some good songs.
Ghetto Jiggy. Now, what's crazy is, right, y'all always had the right video visuals. You know what I'm saying? Like, for every video, right? So how do you feel about the independent game now opposed to being signed? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's watered down so much right now with that because now everybody got a camera and they making these little the camera phones with it, with
little TikToks and
See, back in the like I said, we worked hard, and however, you got to put that foot to concrete. You walking, you getting there, and you making your base. These niggas now is just too easy with the camera shots and stuff like that. You got to get a deal to get a motherfucking video.
Yep.
You see videos like that. You had the video music box, the box. You had all that stations that had videos. You ain't getting no video for a couple of dollars. Niggas videos
That's
cost
real talk.
3, 4, about five digits.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Probably $250 some of them.
$100,000. You had Buster that had $1 million. Him and Janet had the $1 million video.
Word.
Videos cost money as a part of the budget.
Yep. Now
you can anybody I went to a photography class and got a video certificate to be a A-list movie director. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's what's up. Yo, you gonna be dropping some movies? What's up?
Huh? Nah, I was saying all these niggas right now, they got these cameras and shit. Now they want to be movie directors and all this other shit. So that game is watered down. So you gonna have good videos, you gonna have bad videos, but anybody can do a video. Fuck it. We might see more videos from the Legal Drug Money album. Me and Chief is talking about it. couple of albums and stuff like that. We got songs that we want to pick out to do some videos and stuff. Bring them shit back.
That's what's up. Now, in this present time, who would y'all want to collab with? You know what I mean? Because back in the days, right? I know y'all was very meticulous and selective with collabos. I always noticed that about the album.
It was because of my boys. They had chips on their shoulders. Like, we don't need nobody. We could do this.
Okay.
I was telling them niggas a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like, yo, Lord, we could do songs with these people. People, I holler. Like, you know, sometimes I might go out during the week and bump into somebody at the bar, this, that, and third. Any, you know, major people right. Like that in the business. Mm-hmm. And they be like, yo, let's do a song. Can we do it? And I was like, all right. I got numbers and stuff. Niggas was like, yeah, man, we could do this. We could do this.
Right.
So our guests and guest stars and all that shit, man, we missed a lot of opportunities. Like, we had a chance to do a song with Boyz II Men. It could have been crazy. I had named it Lost Boyz II Men. I thought of it that before, you know.
Well, that would have been crazy.
At the airport. Yeah, we was at LaGuardia Airport one day, and we all was waiting for our ride to come. Their ride came, and I was like, yo, we should do a song with them, blah, blah, blah. I was like, Lost Boyz II Men, blah, blah, blah. So the nigga was like, ah. So I went over there to the car when Wanye was getting there. Hollered at Wanye, told him the same thing. He said, that sounded all right, this and that, third. And he's like, we see each other. So I was like, fuck it. Walk back over there.
Right.
Chuck my tail, lick my wound, walk back over to the guys. What'd he say?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, we'll see what's up. So we just sitting there for a second. The car didn't go nowhere. Then the niggas, you seen the arm come out the window with the you know, with his card in his hand.
Right.
So niggas, I was still sitting there, niggas looking like that. Then he was opening the door. That's when I was walking over there. And then he was like, yo, that shit sound nice. That shit was up. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. So he gave me his card.
Right.
He was waving out the window like somebody gonna run after us. So he kicked it. But we ain't never do that. Never do that. One time we was going through the studio, Mariah Carey, she was on the studio steps and one of the booths and shit like that. She, you know, them niggas, we was all treed up in this matter of going to, you know, we ready to get it in. And boom, I turned around because I thought I saw her, and it was her. She had a hoodie on and all this shit, big clothes and shit like that. It's younger Mariah. So she waved at me. I was like, oh shit, yo, that's Mariah Carey. And this nigga was like, man, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Many opportunities we could have done did with niggas.
Right.
And been classic with Mess and Red. You know, those are niggas. Eric Sherman, you know, he did it with Cheeks later on. But we could have did songs with a lot of motherfuckers. I'm talking about everybody. So that ain't never happened. So when that ain't never happened. You know, when Scoop got his other joints, his label right under us with Cannabis and A Plus and stuff like that. Those only really collabos you got.
Beast from the East.
Redman on one. Beast from the
East. Speaking of that, talk on that track, man. That track was hard, man. Now, how did that come about?
Oh man, that shit was gonna be a classic. Cause you know we fuck with Redman, and Cannabis was already in our camp.
Right.
Man, crazy motherfucker. So basically, A Plus and Cannabis is on the label stuff. So we got the track together. I forgot who did it. Bink did the track. Bink Dog.
Right.
He did the track. He got the shit, and I came up with a motherfucking a video scene for that shit. That shit was gonna be in a haunted house and shit. With all
that would have
like that.
Man, that'd have been crazy.
It would have been. It was a haunted house scene, you know, with all the goofy shit going on. That would have been a mean series, you know what I'm saying? That would have been a nice joint. And everybody was in agreement and shit. Like, this is going to be a hit song right here. What's the video with it? But,
real talk. Now, are you going to come out with any books, audio books?
Oh, well, I got that in,
What's in the works?
In the making. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
My book is called The Diary of a Lost Boy. Big Night story. I got stories, but I want to do that. Right now, I got a radio show.
Okay. Shout it out.
on WDRB radio in collab with iHeart. My show is called Visiting Hours with Spig Nice, and I got that from being in jail. A lot of people are intrigued with jail stories and stuff like that. So I want to present them. I mean, people got stories. This is my thing.
Right.
Everybody's seen something in jail, good or bad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I want to interview everybody.
That's what's up.
I mean, from the criminal standpoint, from the lowest criminal to at least the judges. But everybody got family members, aunts, uncles, cousins, brothers, mothers, fathers.
That did a bid, real talk.
That did a bid, and their kids or whatever, whoever they left, their cousins or whatever left behind or whatever, how did they feel? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be interviews and stuff like that. That's visiting hours. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's going to be a good show. Right now, I got 15 minutes or whatever. So I'm still getting it together. But, I mean, it's going to get bigger and stuff like that because I didn't know what I was doing on the radio. So I was like, I go to the radio station, but I ain't never owned my own radio station. So it's on Tuesdays at 8:30.
Definitely tune in. Everybody tune in, man. There's a lot of people listening.
I'm on there. That sounds hard.
Yeah, I'm on there too.
You go to, where do you go to? iHeart and WDRB radio.
Right.
Well, make sure you
Google
WDRB Media.
Right.
You go to iHeart, you look for Spig Nice. Boom. WDRB.
Get that link. Get that link so we could just click on your link and pull it right up, follow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now,
so when that's just that, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have not just that those interviews. I'm gonna have different. I'm gonna have interviews from celebrities, whoever, actors, celebrities, all that shit. But besides that, you know, I'm gonna have new music and shit. You know, jail. I'm gonna have stuff from jail because you're gonna hear niggas from jail how they rhyme or whatever. It's that interviews over the phone, all types of interviews and stuff like that. So that's just aspects. It's not just gonna be a one dimensional. You're gonna hear from the inside. You're gonna hear from the outside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then the youngest, they can learn too. You know what I mean? They can learn.
There's gonna be a bunch of stuff. It's gonna be entertaining. It's not gonna be bored or that's the same old story. This and that. It's gonna be entertaining. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have different points of view from whoever, fags, straight niggas, homo thugs. You're gonna have. You're gonna get interviews from everybody: Chinese, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, gang members. I'm gonna have interviews from everybody. So you're gonna hear real talk. You're gonna hear real talk. So besides that, I mean, you're gonna have shit from niggas in jail. They're gonna win dates
from
and
comedy.
Stuff like that. Definitely gonna have comedy and all that shit. So like I said,
man, we stay with the jokes.
You know how it is.
Yo, you know what's crazy? Like, it's too much sensitive people out here, man. Remember back in the days, we would crack jokes for days, man. Slapbox.
Yeah.
All of that shit. Now, dudes is extra sensitive on some Kevin Campbell shit, man. Like, you crack a joke on the like, God damn.
Loosen up. If listen, like I said, wear tight pants. If you loosen up, you'll feel better. You can laugh. Niggas with these high water tight pants, they too tight.
Man. Word. Them tight ass pants they be wearing nowadays, man.
So they cut what they fit it. They fit it.
Word. Like, come on, man. Hey. Yeah, what up?
For what they fit it for? Come on. That's crazy. Anyway.
It's crazy.
Anyway, we're going back. We doing it again.
Yep, you heard me?
Yeah, definitely. Word. Now, and what's crazy is... Yeah.
What up?
I'm listening.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, like the mental fortitude, you know what I mean? Because, look, God put you through ordeals and stuff like that, and I commend you, you know what I mean? Mental fortitude, we all go trials and tribulations, we all been through it, but the biggest systemic thing is the system. You understand what I'm saying? So we be in these precarious situations, and the youngins need to know that. You understand what I'm saying?
See, you remember the old saying, hard head make a soft behind.
Yes, sir.
Some of these behinds need to get beat.
Get an ass whooping.
I don't want
because we caught a lot of them growing up.
I don't want them to call the people on me, and it's not a third. Man, fuck the people. Keep your kids in line, and then they ain't gonna have that trouble, and then they ain't gonna be on the news or in jail without being on the news or whatever the case may be. If you don't, like they say, spoil the kids, spoil the ride, or whatever that shit is. Some of these kids need beaten. Some of these kids need beaten. I mean, I applaud mothers that still got sense enough to be like, I don't give a fuck who they are. This is my kid. I do what I want to do. I applaud those mothers because they keep their kids in line. I just talked to a couple of homegirls and stuff, and we talking, and their kids is acting crazy. They getting, hold on, Spig, and blah, 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 like you supposed to at your kid. I don't give a fuck.
That's how we grew up.
Yeah. And then what?
Get the switch.
Stay our ass in line. But they ain't got no guidance and stuff to kick because the mothers is young. I mean, they got grandmothers that's 40 years old. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
so,
it's
you
crazy.
Know what I'm saying? So if you discipline your kid, you won't have that motherfucker on the news. Shooting up schools and movies and all this other shit.
Instead of throwing their hands. Like, these dudes are scared out here, man. Like, be honest, man. Get their jaw smashed on the vice versa. Like, it's spooky, man. Like, how much fight we got in, man? Shit.
Yeah. So if
like, damn, that make you a man. Man.
Do what you do with your kids correctly and stop being a punk ass parent. So
scared of your own kid.
I don't want to show them. I mean, understand that we grew up before our time.
Yep.
The slaves, they was beaten. They had, you know what I'm saying, getting beaten and stuff like that, and try not to do that stuff. That's what these people get. These people. But sometimes you gotta let your kid know that your kid is a kid, not a grown up.
Exactly.
Not an adult. Once they not knowing that they're not an adult, they're gonna feel that they're adult at whatever age. Now the age is getting crazier because
they be like
I was talking to somebody. They was talking about her daughter was 7 years old. I said, she was talking crazy, and I was like, huh? I said, well, how old is your daughter? She said 7. I said, what the
word?
She said, yeah. She said she's fat. So she laid her hand on it. But that's the thing. The kids is getting older. They getting younger and being more mature because they seen it off their mothers, their parents, and their parents ain't nothing but about 20 years old.
Yep.
Teenagers. They said that the pregnancy rate or the birth rate of this year was way high.
Yes, sir.
They lost more people in the COVID, but they made that in birth. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So you're talking about 300,000 people died off the COVID in New York, but they made that much more. They made 600 motherfucking more kids. They doubled what the fuck was going on. So
exactly,
you got to raise your kid.
Yes,
your kid's gonna raise you. He gonna raise up on you.
Word.
And it's gonna be too late because the confidence gonna be up and everything. You gotta let your kids know. And then no means
you know what's crazy? Back in the days, right? We had to earn our keep, man. Like, say for instance, you want some chicks, you had to go shovel some snow. Like, these kids, man, look, man, they don't know what work is. I'm not saying all of them, but you know,
said most of them. You know who
most
you're
of
talking
them.
about.
Word. Because I give you an example, right? Like even like my family, even my niece, right? So she cutting up, fighting my sister, all kind of stuff, right? And so she had to go to that group home. Look, you ain't built like that. You know what I mean? It's like, come on now. You know what I'm saying? You come from a good home, good parent, whatever the case may be, you know, and there's a lot of things like you want to give your kids more than what you got now. There's nothing wrong with that. But you got to show some kind of stability. Like, yo, you got to earn this, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they will appreciate it more.
Hey, I tell my grandson the same to my grandkids. I said, y'all got to work for some of this stuff. Y'all not saying that y'all not kids, but y'all know how to do chores. You should know something. I seen a TikTok video and shit talking about who lives here rent free for nothing and stuff like that, and they had a dog raising his arm and shit. A pit bull raising his arm and shit. Everybody eats, B. Everybody got to work for their keep.
Exactly.
If not, you're gonna have mayhem. I was like, my man just told me yesterday. He was talking about what the COVID and this and that nigga had unemployment. Right. Niggas was getting like $600 a week and shit. I was like, what? I said, for how long? He said 2 years. I said, damn. You niggas was getting fat around this motherfucker.
Word.
I was
PPP
shocked,
loans, all kind of shit.
Yeah, you know niggas was eating. I mean, I met a couple of dudes that got locked up for the PPP loans and stuff like that.
Real talk.
But, man, it's crazy. Y'all was doing a lot of things. Like there was a lot going on and shit. But
yeah, real talk.
Hey, I applaud it. Get it how you get it. But I was like, y'all niggas was getting lazy. Now the niggas
they was getting lazy. A lot of people got lazy. Like me, man, it was like go time, man. You know,
it was like
start your radio show.
I heard
do
it was
what
like
you
the
gotta
white
do,
people
man.
was doing it first. The Caucasians, they was doing it first, and then niggas got hooked on it.
You know, they was eating more than we was eating off of it. You know how that go. Keeping it real.
So I was like, oh shit. But hey, man, trying to put that work in. I said we was doing it.
Yep.
We did it in our time, and we doing it again. We still doing it, actually, right now.
Yes, sir.
I said,
hello. Man. So new music,
see us on the street,
radio show.
We out there. Yeah, new music,
sir.
Radio show. We got books. We got clothing coming out. We got what's that shit? Sneaker deal. We got all that shit coming out. We got some shit. I gotta hold up because it ain't in ink yet.
Right, it ain't finalized.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got those burgers and stuff like that. We're gonna have some burgers and stuff. Like you.
Wait, hold on, the food too?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? You got J-Ball.
You know that's
Pretty Lou too.
My lane right
Lou and
there.
J-Ball cooking. So you know you got cooks all over the place. PC, all that stuff. So cooks amongst the crew, but niggas we about to do a deal also with that. So with burgers, everybody gonna have their burgers, and you're not just gonna have Lost Boy burgers. You're gonna have athletes, actors. You're gonna have them also with their burgers and stuff like that. You know, their burgers is basically what I get. Yeah, the signature burgers and stuff like that. It's like what I like to eat on my burger. What you might like to eat on your burger. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man.
You can order that. You can order that shit. You can order that burger, whatever.
We gotta eat our food, man. Like. This is the thing, man. You know, I feel like us, especially us melanated brothers, we the most articulate, we the most creative, and it's like everybody want to eat off of us, man. We got to eat together, man. Like, forget that, man. I'm tired of it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody cover respect, man.
We spend the most money.
Yes, sir.
And we ain't got nothing in return. We get nothing. We don't do nothing for each other. We spend the most money with everybody else besides our own.
Yeah.
Our dollar don't circulate. Our dollar does not circulate.
Next. Now our dollar don't circulate.
For a couple hours.
I wish I was in a time when in Ohio, like when the Gap Band like that Black Wall Street in North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
I wish they had more of those now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying they don't
it's
have
coming back.
I ain't hear nothing. But
no, it is definitely coming back.
It is.
Because everybody knows. You see, the key thing is nationality. We don't have no nationality, so we lost.
Exactly.
If everybody else knows
all the time about
whatever
that.
they know their nationality.
Right.
See, if they don't know their nationality, you could go to the United States right now. If you go up there and be like, "Yo,
I'm black.
I don't need my nationality," they're gonna say, "What are you? What are you?" You're gonna say, "I'm black."
Yeah.
You're gonna be like.
I know a nationality, but that's another show.
That's a fact.
Then they're gonna ask you, "What's your flag?" You're gonna say, "American, red, white, and blue." They're gonna say, "No. See, you're not a citizen yet. You need your nationality.
Yeah.
You really are still a slave. You still going by that."
Because
that's still a conversation.
That's a conversation, man. That's a deep one.
Noble
we could go in on that.
Noble Drew Ali brought all that stuff to our favor. All we have to do is abide by what it is. Just like everybody else got their rules. We do got rules that we can follow and succeed.
Yeah,
but
implement.
If everybody's still going with somebody else's fig tree, we eating off theirs. We got our own.
Exactly.
eat off our own.
From them 12 tribes, you heard?
Yeah, we come from them 12 tribes of Israel, man. So I know that already. Man. And that's who we are, you know what I mean? The Moors,
if we eat off
all of that.
If we eat off our own, we'll survive better.
Exactly.
See, you know how back in the days, niggas go back to Africa.
Word.
I wish we could go back to Africa. I've been to Africa. Africa is beautiful. But guess what?
Yes,
they don't really want you to go to Africa because everything that's really worth money is in Africa.
Yes,
so
sir.
Don't let the motherfucker trick you and say, don't go back to Africa. We need that. We need to go back.
Everybody else in Africa, all these other heathen nations is in Africa. Yeah, I can name them.
Yeah, hell yeah. America will collapse if all the brothers and sisters left.
Yep.
That's a fact.
Turtle Island.
America will collapse because we got the technology and everything else that they got. We got money.
Over there.
We got money.
Exactly.
But the
and
thing
America's
is that
collapsing.
To Africa, we need to. Like I said, we need to go to Africa. But they got too much gold. They got diamonds. They got lithium. They just not got that lithium. That's how you run these computers.
Cell phones and all
that. Them batteries, all that shit. Africa is rich.
Yep.
And rich with minerals. But if you don't know that, you're just gonna be fuck Africa.
That's
Africa
the truth.
One day.
And real talk.
We could go there.
And what's crazy is
and be kings and queens like we've been, like our ancestors. Like I
just
said.
We are kings and queens, man. We them chosen people, man. Why do you think we got subjected to everything? You know what I mean? Read Deuteronomy, man. Read all of that. That's us, man. And it's coming full circle because America is in judgment right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they about to go into captivity.
If you look at some of the commercials and stuff like that,
you're
gonna see more of a white dude and a black woman.
Yep.
They don't want to have no black man and a white woman.
That's right.
They always try to show you
want that lineage.
White, because their shit is about to die.
Yep.
Their shit is
by the sun. All of that. So
we're taking over their genes and their families. So they're trying to really locking us up and stuff like that and trying to kill us off, and they don't got no problems. I'm gonna tell you a couple of things.
Yeah,
we gonna talk. That's another show though.
That's another show because we could go.
I'll put you on it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we gotta do another show on that.
Hey yo, follow me, you and Spig gonna do a 3-way call.
Yeah, definitely.
It's fun.
Cause it's up. It's up.
Yeah, it's up.
Fam, look, Spig, Styles, no, man. I sent them photo proof. Like, bro, man, look, man, America's finished, man. Yo, they done, man. These heathen nations that ate off of us, man, our ancestors, man, look, they are done, man. Look, they have no power over us.
Look, what they trying to do now? Send niggas to the moon. They trying to take niggas to space. You know
exactly. Why?
I know why. These other joints, because you know this ain't gonna last.
Word. The chariots are here already, Spig. You heard?
What's them times that Jesus had them? Gomorrah and them?
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, Sodom and Gomorrah, all of that, man.
Yeah, this shit is about to go crazy. So niggas is trying to get the fuck out of here.
Exactly. But look, what Elohim say? What Elohim say? Even though you nest yourself in the stars, I'm gonna bring you down, bro. And that's what's happening. Why you think they say, yo, we need a space team, man? Yo, what's going on? Space disclosure. Yeah, all right. Man, look, it's real, man. And I got the proof. I'll send you the proof.
Mm-hmm. I know you got it. They
and yo,
up to the joint to see if we could hang up there too.
Yeah,
you heard? Going up there, I mean, space is space. We adapt to anything. That's just like Lost.
Word. And yo, what's crazy? Yeah, facts. Word. The melanated people, man, we got the power of the Ruach. You know what I mean? So they getting scared right now. And, you know, there's a spiritual war going on in Ukraine and Russia, you know, and all these heathen nations that ate off of us, man. We getting retribution, man. So let them do what they do, man. You heard?
They're gonna do it anyway. Hell yeah.
Well, so
our thing to preserve, we helping them with these guns. We helping them.
Exactly.
We kill each other. See, we ain't killing as much. See, they lose at a bigger rate when it comes to that.
Yep.
we ain't. I'll just say it like this: we ain't killing as much as them. Because when they kill up a whole goddamn first grade.
Yeah.
They killing off the babies and stuff like that. We killing off. I mean, our people killing off teenagers, some accidental shots and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be. We killing off a couple of, but they killing off dozens and stuff like that when they treated, and then they get like treated to a cheeseburger, or they ain't getting
or diabetes and all
stuff
that.
Like that.
We got to change we got to change our dietary laws, man. We got to start eating a heathen food too.
Exactly.
We can't eat all that food. We need to eat our food. That's it. Yeah. We melanated, man. That's a fact.
And what food we eat then?
What, for our food?
Processed.
Yeah, it's true. But remember, we still captive here. You know what I mean? So we gotta outsource. We gotta come together, get our own markets and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? Because I mean, the CDC, the pandemic. You know what I mean? All this stuff they inaugurate and they finish, man. Like, look, man, we gonna survive, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're finished. Their world is done. You know what I mean?
You know that. You know something.
Word. Real talk. But yo, this was an excellent interview. Spig Nice, LBFam. You know what I mean? This was legendary right here, man. Appreciate you for calling, man. Styles.
I appreciate y'all for calling us getting together.
Yes, sir. And we can do it again.
You know I love you, bro.
Definitely do it. Love you too, fam. Love you.
Word. Love you too, my G. Word.
All right.
Real talk. Hey, yo, we definitely got to do another show, man. Man, look, this was classic right here, man. We covered everything. You know what I'm saying? So salute to you, man, taking your time out your day, man. I really appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Hey, yo, Salo, I apologize for cooking, man.
Yeah, nah, it's all good, man. From the hood, man.
You over here scraping the pots and shit.
Scraping the pots. Yo, I didn't even get some Rasta pasta, too, man.
Like he was mixing up eggs, he's battering.
Hell yeah.
Shit was going on.
Yo, I get busy. I'm gonna show you. When you come back.
Word, yo, we gotta have a cook-off one day, man. You know what I mean?
Hello, I'm with it.
Cause I could cook too, man. You know what I mean? Culinary arts, man. Like, you know what I mean?
What y'all gotta do?
Hello.
Send me the invite.
Word, we do it live.
I got you, boy. I got you.
Yeah, that'll be something.
Word.
That'll be something.
Yeah, real talk, man. Yo, cause
how long is your show?
Yeah. My show? Well, I could go for 2 hours, 3 hours. You know what I mean? But you know, this is an in-depth interview. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we definitely could go. You know, we could go for a long time, man, with this show. You know what I'm saying?
2 hours is good because I still got a family I got to take care of.
Yeah, fact.
Yeah, I just wanted to know how long.
So we about to hit the 2 hour mark in like 4 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Word. It ain't even feel like 2 hours.
But Salo,
yeah.
We still on the air?
Yeah, we on air.
Oh, I didn't even know we still on the air. Hey, yo, shout out.
Word, shout them out, man. Shout out everybody.
Shout out.
Let's go.
I mean, you know, I just definitely want to shout out to all the niggas that's locked down.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Free the real ones.
Out in the struggle. Yeah.
Yep.
Niggas is out there in the struggle. I got my Cody's Daw, Born King and Preem. Those my Cody's, they still there. They even started Harrington. Born is in where the fuck is Born? He in Connecticut, Danbury.
Right.
He in Otisville and Freeman, Raybrook. All them niggas and stuff, you know, niggas is out there in the struggle still. This COVID shit in New York in jail is extra.
It's crazy.
Niggas get locked down for everything. Still.
Mm-hmm. So word, how was it in there with the COVID?
For us, I was in there when it first started. We went from FDC to the county.
Okay.
And it was just crazy because we was about to go back for resentencing, and the COVID came. We was going to resentencing was 23rd or something like that. And COVID really came like the 20th of March. And that's when they shut us down. And we ain't get to go to court. So that was, we was held off from court and shit like that for years and shit. I mean, for at least half a year, more than half a year. So that shit was crazy. Niggas was locked in. First it was like no showers. Then they started breaking like after about a week and a half. They talking about 15 minutes out. First it was like 10 minutes for a shower. Then it's like breaking 15 minutes.
Right.
You can use the phone in the shower. It was crazy. And then sometimes they might let us chair by chair. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Rotate or something like that. But that took about a year for them niggas to do that shit. Still going through it. When it comes to the COVID shit, niggas will lock you down for COs ain't right. COs is the ones that's bringing it in, so they need to stay there.
Yeah, facts.
But they go home and come back and pass that shit off and shit. So
mm-hmm.
I've seen many shit. I've seen motherfuckers die. I've seen motherfuckers get rushed back. I've seen a lot of shit in that minute of time. Family passed away. My brother, his father and his uncle passed away in the beginning stages in New York. And in the beginning stages of New York, because we was in Jersey. We came back.
Right.
In 2020. So it was like, we seen that shit on TV and in real life. From
now they implementing, because it's the pandemic to me. So now they implementing monkeypox. Like,
yeah,
what?
I'm like
come on, fans.
Big ass monk.
And they need to knock it off at CDC, man. They the ones that's doing it. I don't even care, man.
It's a part of a plan.
Yeah, but to get rid of us.
I don't. Yep. I've seen a couple of white. I don't even know if they had brothers in on that joint. I've seen a couple of Caucasians that had the shit.
Yeah, word up. And we just gonna keep it 1,000, man. You know what I mean? They usually be marrying animals and all that, man. I'm just keeping it real, man. They got laws and all that, man. That, you know, that's spooky, man. Like, nah, man.
Yeah.
But goats and what a monkey. Man, look, man. We could get so deep into this, bro. You know what I mean? Man, we got to save it for another show.
Listen, I was Grand Sheik in Racebrook and Fort Dix.
Right.
Moors. I can tell you some things. I mean, knowledge is knowledge. We all need to sharpen our sword. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And in the Muslim community, the Muslim community, it's deep. It's smart cats. Not saying there ain't any Christians and whatever. Right. All these other joints. If we got history, you know what I'm saying? If we are part of history, really the beginning of history, we know something. You gotta know something.
Yeah, we definitely need to.
Us. Instead of saying that we worthless or this, that, and the third, and the people that's doing things that's making us look worthless or careless really need to study themselves.
Real talk.
Because they don't know themselves, so they fuck around and do what they do and cause mayhem and me crying. You know what it was him that did it to me. That was him that did it. Right. Niggas is not real. Niggas is not thugs. These niggas is acting.
Gotta take accountability, man.
Right.
Like, look, they soft. And then, you know what I mean? Certain things ain't conducive. You know, even the system, you gotta fall back a certain way and govern yourself in a different way. But yeah, man. Yeah. Spig, one more thing, man. I need a shout out for Shut 'em Down Radio. Let's get it, man.
Hey, yo, this Big Nice, the OG. LB fam, Lost Boys. I want to shout out Shut 'em Down Radio.
Yes, sir.
Pay attention because they keep it real every day.
Facts, man. Queens, man. New York. Big Nice. LB fam, follow his handle. Yeah. Follow everything he doing. You know what I mean? And we out, man.
LB fam.
Yes, sir. Word. And I'll be in contact. Yo, Styles. Yeah, he probably still cooking. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's my brother.
I'm here.
Yeah, man, definitely, man. This was an epic interview. You know what I mean?
Hello.
And we can have many more. You know what I mean? Real talk,
man. If niggas want to holler, let them holler. Tell them I'm here.
Real
talk. I got a lot to say, Babo. How my man Clubber Lang said, I got a lot of more, Babo. I got a lot of more.
Real talk, man.
Hey.
Word. And follow Spig Nice at OGspiggnicelbfam on Instagram. You know what I mean? Follow his movement. You know what I mean? He got a radio show.
All the platforms.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I mean, Facebook, you might Ron Blackwell Bay.
And what we gonna do, we gonna break this interview up. You know what I mean? So definitely it's gonna be up on Blog Talk Radio, YouTube, and other platforms.
Send me
and we out,
shit.
man.
Send me the shit.
Word. Everybody stay up, man. Shout out to everybody that's listening. You know what I mean? We here.
Yeah. South back, baby.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Word. Yo, one more thing before we get off, man. Everybody leaving New York, man. Like, we even touch on that, man. Like, a lot of people leaving New York. New York ain't the same no more. And look, I'd rather go down south, man.
Man, niggas done kicked us out of my neighborhood. They done moved into my neighborhood. And they just most of Queens.
All kind of shit.
Indians took over the most of Queens. And they down here with hotels.
Yeah,
I mean, New York is like crowded and expensive. Even though there's a lot of people going out, there's people being bored. I mean, people being bored. So it's still
basically.
I mean, it's expensive, and you really got to be on your grind to get that money. To stay there, because it's not like it used to be.
Nope.
So niggas is leaving. Niggas going down south where their roots is. Most of these people's roots is down south or something like that. So the New York Northerners go right back down south. Climate's better.
Before my father passed, right? Listen.
Rest in peace to Pop.
Rest in peace.
Before my father passed, he showed me an article in the New York Times, right?
Right.
This is 1988. It said New York, white, rich, and walled in. And he said, son, this is the future you looking at. Buy property now. When you get to a level of buying property, buy property now. And trust me, you'll thank you later. Sure enough.
That's true. That's a jewel right there.
Remember when a house was $160,000? How much you paying for a house in New York right now?
$800,000 right now.
Where in Queens, that shit is a nine.
Word. Southside, Roseville, man, Lawson, yo, Springfield, jeez.
I was just mad at people like, how y'all let them move in like that? How y'all let
everybody
regentrify?
Every time I go home, and that was the last 3 weeks, every time I've been home, nigga, I'll be like, yo, why the niggas got my neighborhood like this?
Word.
Who are these niggas?
Word, man.
And they speeding up and down the boulevard killing motherfuckers. That's why there's cameras all over the fucking Queens.
Yo.
Because these motherfuckers is running up and down the fucking street.
Yo, my cameras.
I'm getting off this phone with y'all. I love y'all to death.
Yo, we out, man.
Yo, holla at me, son.
All right, I will. Word, Spig. I'll holla at y'all, man.
I could go on any station, on any combo.
Yeah, man.
I know that's right.
Word, man. Yo, and what's crazy is it's like New York. Like, it's crazy. Styles, he talked on this, right? They had a documentary about the Bronx, right? What separated, Manhattan, the Bronx, Harlem, and all that. And it's just crazy, man. All this two-family home stuff, and, like, it's just spooky out here. They put you on a goddamn treetop, man, out here in New York, man.
For about
paying $5 racks.
Yeah.
Word. I ain't feeling it, man. I told my wife, like, I ain't feeling New York no more, man. Like, I love New York.
Niggas, if you come down, you better get some of this land because these motherfuckers are trying to buy this land.
Yeah,
land
exactly.
I learned that from the white dude in jail. Listen, if you got property, you got land, you got money, you got a piece of American pie. You see Kanye went out there and
bought mad
don't give a fuck land and bought hundreds of acres. Yeah,
real talk.
Have money. That's an investment. So if you come down south, get you some land. I don't give a fuck if it's an acre. Because somebody gonna want to buy it more than you bought it.
Word.
Somebody
like my niece. My niece, she live on a homestead, right? And she bought some land. And she put this in years ago to grind, you feel me? So she got chickens,
now you got some place to retire. You ain't got to go to these different places. You got your own house down there. You ain't got to travel.
Cribs that haven't been renovated since 1945 is $800,000 in New York with no square feet, man. Like I talked to my man in North Carolina. I think he live in Durham. Yo, his crib, I'm like, yo, I'm looking around. I'm like, yo, bro, nah, man. New York, nah, man. It ain't worth it out here, man.
Well,
it ain't worth
you could buy a New York for Long Island crib. That's like $1 million and change or whatever. Even a Queens crib. You buy them shits like then they're $1 million. Man, them shits ain't nothing but 300. They're gonna take the mid or the high 300s or 250s. The same as $1 million cribs and shit down here for 300.
Yep. Real talk. Got you a mini mansion with land. You could go outside and chill. Like,
and
spooky,
and can't be fucked with.
Yep.
Shoot your gun
on you on your private land.
Not these cats. These cats would rather don't leave the stoop and shoot up the stoop.
Facts, man. And that's the problem because it's like, yo, generational wealth, man. We gotta change that, man. We gotta
that's all we
it's
talk
sad,
about.
man.
That
like
new album. That new album. Yeah, new Lost Boy album. Generational wealth.
Yes, sir. And I know you're gonna get to the bars and all that. You're known for bars and artistry. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
you know,
we're gonna give you that image. We're gonna give you that party image. See,
yes,
everything
sir.
we do is like real life shit. But it's just portrayed behind the music.
Right.
It's that party shit. We done lived that shit. It was depressing then. It was fun, but it's like, dang. So now we get to it's like show you that shit in a joyous moment. Now we happy. We did it. We made that.
We need to rejoice, man. Like, yo, man, look, I feel like people don't appreciate life no more, man. Like, you know what I mean? Just breathing. Fuck a bill. You know, we gotta take care of homeboy. Shit, sometimes you gotta breathe, man. Your mental prowess, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like they try to subject your mind. You know what I'm saying? All kind of stuff got you stressing. Oh, this shit happened and this happened. Monkeypox, man. Fuck all that shit, man. Like, yo, man, be happy, man. You know what I mean? I know it's hard. Especially like, yo, another thing too, mental health. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people fell in this pandemic, man, because it's like, look how they try to destroy the family structure. The little bit that's left, families start switching up. All kind of shit going on, man. Like, God damn. So we got to change that, man.
That mental health thing is a big thing. It's starting to come out more because people didn't know it. And then on top of that, black people are just like too scared, think it's a bad thing. You got to go get help.
Yep.
We tough people. We strong people. We don't think we need help. We don't think we crazy. Look, we don't think we're crazy.
All the shit we've been through.
They thinking, he's just a little crazy. No, he's for real crazy. He needs to go seek help. He's not a little crazy. He ain't acting.
Word.
You don't know why. But that be our mentality that like, that nigga just bugged out. He bugged out. Nah, the nigga crazy.
He's crazy,
Or you see the signs of it. So
from early.
We think we too tough to do that. To go get some help.
Go get that help, man.
Yeah, we embarrassed.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Go get that help, man. You gotta heal yourself,
you
man.
Know
your spirit,
you know your
mental.
man crazy. Y'all just laughing at him, smoking weed with him. But you know he's fucking crazy. You need to get some help.
He's 780. He ain't even 730.
Yeah.
He's 780.
That nigga's making money. Put that nigga in the goddamn. Put that nigga in the hospital. So, you know what I'm saying? Wait for there, kill all you
up. I went to therapy. Ain't nothing wrong with no therapy. At all.
You gotta go. You gotta go. I mean, shit.
Mental health is some real shit. And it's crazy that they now talking about all of the things that they was just looking at us as being vaccines.
Yeah, we went to school. And y'all ain't
but it comes from them vaccinations too. ADHD. All that stuff. Them vaccinations they pushing on the kids and stuff. Look, God made us with an immune system. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. All them preservatives, I ain't feeling all that, man.
They just trying to
mandated shit. Get out of here with that shit.
They want to be God into a fashion. You know what I'm saying? To save lives and stuff like that. You know? I can dig it. I know the remedy of it, the foundation of it. But
that's a fact.
Sometimes y'all just making medicines and diseases and all that shit to help cure shit, but y'all just fucking up the way and order of life. You know what I'm saying?
Word. You got to
I mean, sometimes everybody's not going to be healthy. God forbid those that passed away off some
rest in peace to them.
Mental stuff. The mental stuff. diseases
Yeah,
and stuff
man.
like that.
Stress to kill you, man.
But he got
stress kills, man.
I mean,
yo,
we all
how
have
you
our
talk
days.
about Dr.
We're not here forever.
Dr. Sabi?
Yeah. How'd y'all feel about him?
Me? I think he was authentic.
Who was that?
Yeah.
No, that's the guy that was curing AIDS. He went to they actually locked him up, and he proved that he cured AIDS and all that stuff.
And he also that's who left out with the
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's who left out.
But he was in Africa or something like that?
Yeah, he came from I forgot. Guatemala. One of them countries, Honduras. He came from Honduras.
Same. Africa and
right.
Asia.
Yeah, facts.
Anyway,
wasn't Nick Cannon and
I remember
doing
that.
something?
And that's crazy because they don't want our people to shine,
to eat healthy. We cannot eat everything. Yeah.
But listen, on top of that, they don't want to cure AIDS. That's a money maker. That's longevity.
That's right.
Big pharma.
That's legendary.
Mm-hmm.
And what's crazy is that there's more AIDS now than it was back then.
Exactly.
Because now with the sexuality all out, now motherfuckers is out in the street, I'm gay, and now you got the women, they want to be fucking gay, they want to be more out, guys,
transsexuals and all kind of extraterrestrial shit going on.
Right. So now you got more of it going on. See, back in the days, it was capped. Right. So now that the gay stuff is out there more often, out there. Now the AIDS is out there because now they having sex with unprotected any fucking body. You got behind the scenes dudes. You got, like I said,
all kind of weirdo shit.
Got all types of shit. So it's worse. The epidemic is spread way more out of control than it was back in the days when it occurred. I mean, back in the days, and then on top of that, back in the days, niggas said you got AIDS, nigga, good luck. Good luck. You ain't gonna last. You dying. Magic Johnson, the only motherfucker that you know that lasts that long.
Exactly.
Niggas dead.
Word.
Niggas dead. Now you got commercials that's telling you, he can sleep with him.
Yep.
They got some shit that make it last long. You got some shit that'll make you symptoms don't even come up.
Yep. It's
make it commercial. Your symptoms don't even come up. You can't even detect that you got AIDS. You know you got AIDS, but nobody else gonna know that you got AIDS if you don't.
Look at what was the dude, man? Charlie Sheen, or one of them dudes was infected.
Charlie Sheen.
Shit was crazy.
2 Men and a Baby nigga. Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen. But and he was getting it in.
Word.
Ain't he like that nigga that they ain't even put away the key on that nigga? That's crazy.
It is crazy, man.
See, I got another episode.
Yeah, we definitely gotta. We gotta do another show on this, man, because this is deep, man.
Yeah, the differences between them, the Caucasian and Asiatics is crazy. They got different rules for them. I can tell you what. You won't see a police shoot a white man.
Nope. Hell no.
Not unless that white dude was acting real black and he was high off meth or something like that.
Exactly.
You done seen motherfucking police shoot motherfuckers in the car. You ain't
wet up the whip.
I seen a motherfucking truck with a guy in a pickup truck with a gun in his lap. Police see it and everything. Tell him get out, this, that, and the third. He like, hell no. He ain't rolling his window down or nothing. Yep. And he got a gun. I mean, he opened the door. You seen the gun, and he told you, leave me the fuck alone, blah, blah, blah. Curse the motherfucker out.
Exactly.
And it was like, if a black dude even thought he was going to get away with a gun in his lap, he would have got popped.
Word. Because you know what it is?
And had the police race running after us.
Exactly. Because how the system is, these heathens, right? I call them heathens because that's what they are, right? So they know who we are, you know? Hey, so they leave snares and traps for us and all that and get us in vulnerable situations, especially like New York. Like these laws, man, with the gun regulate, like, bro, man, look, man, it's so many people getting hit up out here and all kind of shit. And I'm talking about citizens. You feel me? Like, come on, fam. So what we gonna talk about that in another show, man. Real talk. But Spig, great interview. Styles. Yeah, we out.
From yeah. So my family just came back.
Nah, it's all good.
Yeah, I hear you though. But like I said, like you said, we'll kick it back again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. We definitely got to do that.
Finish this shit up. We got got a lot of discussion.
So yo, yes sir. So yo, stay up, style, Spig. This interview was epic. You know what I mean? A lot of jewels been dropped. You know what I mean? And we out, man. Real talk.
Peace to the
fam.
LB for life, boy.
Yes, sir.
All right,
we out.
All right,
one. Word. Be safe, y'all. One.
Word.
For sure.
Yo, we out, man. We had an L interview with Spig Nice, LB fan. Let's get it. We out. Shut them down. Yeah.